My name is Mick Withers and it is my pleasure to bring to you the results of this year's virtual show. On behalf of the Canterbury AMP Association, I would like to thank the exhibitors who have gone to great lengths to put their cattle up for judging this year. Thanks also to our sponsors, XL Breeding Services, Cooltrans and Boehringer Ingelheim for their continued support. We'll move right into our results, and the first class is the lead steer, the R2 class. And this year had three entries in that competition. And Donald Cook of Royal Livestock, who services parts of Peninsula and Greater Canterbury, and his comments were this: in first place went to Ronald, second place Blue Water Joshua, and third was Rusty. So very hard judging this class, but first placing went to Ronald. He is a young steer with plenty of promise. He's quite thick through, he's got a deep barrel on him, and straight beef animal is always going to be hard to beat. The second place going to Arjun Peterson with Simmental Cross steer there. He's got great barrel on him, probably a bit longer in the leg and not carrying quite the muscle definition of the steer in first place. And third went to Rusty, from the Cooper Whenua family again, and he's probably just a wee bit overshadowed by the power of the two previous steers. Into the younger class, the calves, and first went to Steve, the Cooper Whenua family again, and as Donald alluded to earlier, it's always hard to beat a straight beef steer, and if you look at the back end of this animal, he's starting to shape up, he's got good bone about him, and a nice depth. And second there was Maverick, the Cooper Whenua family again, and a young Hereford cross steer, and he's starting to develop into a useful steer. Third place went to Stu, the Cooper family again, and although he was a reasonable type of steer, he was not shown off to his potential. And in fourth place here, Fluff Bear, a good animal, but he was let down by his handling, but he's a very well presented animal. So on to the breed results now, and we'll start with the Angus cattle, and this year held two exhibitors, Lucy McLaughlin, Angus in North Canterbury, and Sarah O'Connell, Carrigaines cattle in Brookside. Jane Allen of Angus, New Zealand, took control of the judging this year, and all those of us associated with cattle breeding in Canterbury will know Jane well. Of course, she's judged for many years, and starting off all those years ago at the Beechcroft Hereford stud of her father, the late Bert Allen, of course. So results from the first class in Angus, and that's the cow with calf at foot. In first place, Carrigaines Delta, and second, Timperley Lucy. Results from yearling heifer, first, Lillersleaf C. Keeler, and in the heifer calf, first, Lillersleaf C. Lima. Moving on to the yearling bull, and that was won by McLaughlin 5. And the bull calf, first McLaughlin Stew. So the reserve champion female was Timperley Lucy, a robust feminine female with an exceptional bull calf at foot. Champion female, Carrigaines Delta, well-balanced female with a free-moving natural stride, constructive udder teat placement. Reserve champion male was McLaughlin 5, a yearling bull that was presented in natural condition but was overshadowed by the younger model. So champion male, McLaughlin Stew, exceptional young bull calf for his age, great formation, temperament. Watch this space, says Jane. And the supreme champion was McLaughlin Stew. So thank you to Jane. As I've said in the past, Jane is a great comments person and speaks very well and sensibly. Thanks, Jane. We'll move now on to the beef shorthorn results, and two exhibitors this year in the beef shorthorn class, with Cara Doggett from CJ Shortens in Northland and Sarah O'Connell from Carrigaines Cattle out here in Brookside in Canterbury. Our beef shorthorn judge was Anita Erskine of Westwood Shorthorns in Tuatapere, Southland. So the first class here, again, cow with calf at foot. In first place went to CJ Alaska Rose, whose autumn-born calves were only 12 days old at the time of filming. The 2-year heifer, first place Carrigaines Jazz. Heifer calf, first Carrigaines Lulu. And in the bull 2 years and over, first CJ Ferdinand. When it came to the champion bull, sadly he did not have any competition, but is still a well-muscled bull that carries himself well when walking. Perhaps lacks a little with the way his top line drops off at the tail, but still a nice bull. When looking for my champion shorthorn, I was after an animal with depth of body, good spring of rib, muscle down the hindquarters with a nice top line. They had to have good neck extension, good feet and a strong jaw, and for me Alaska was a very worthy champion. This does not take anything away from reserve champion female Jazz. She is a 2-year heifer with a great calf on her. She has a nice top line on it and carried herself well, but did not just have the capacity that Alaska has. So the supreme champion shorthorn went to CJ Alaska Rose. We'll move on to the Dexter breed now, and a new breed and new exhibitors to the New Zealand Ag Show, Arjun Peterson and Rosalie Backer, Rakanui Dexters. Judging the Dexters this year was Will Gibson, who was the 2021 overall champion exhibitor from the virtual show, and the Gibsons have been great supporters of the AMP show through a number of years. And Will has placed cow with calf at foot, first place Rakanui Ariki, and in second place Rakanui Anita. In the heifer calf, first place goes to Rakanui Agneta, with Rakanui Anna in second. So the reserve champion female is Rakanui Anita, champion female Rakanui Ariki, and the supreme champion also going to Rakanui Ariki. Now, the Galloway breed this year was represented by Marshall Stokes from Ranch Galloways in Oxford, and again the Stokes, another family that have long association with Canterbury AMP, and Marshall's father Andrew this year is the chair of the cattle committee and also serves on the general committee. So our judge was Rob Hall he is a Galloway and Angus breeder from Tapanui in Southland, and we've had the pleasure of Rob here for a number of years and always enjoy seeing him turn up here with his cattle in Canterbury. On to the placings in the Galloway and the bull. First goes to Ranch Galloway's Yogi, a good masculine head with a kind eye and good muzzle. Free moving bull standing on structurally sound feet and legs. Good body depth and a length with a clean sheath and good testicles. So champion male, Ranch Galloway's Yogi, and the supreme champion, Ranch Galloway's Yogi. So we move now to the Hereford breed, and a good number of entries this year from Cooper Whenua Herefords in Oxford. And our judge was Hazel Clark, also from the Oxford area. Many of you know that Hazel was Nee Timperley of the Timperley Angus fraternity, and again a family long associated with AMP showing here in Canterbury. So we'll move on to the yearling heifer. And in first place went to Cooper Whenua Hereford's Amethyst, a deep, thick-set heifer. And second, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Lydia, so a long, free-moving heifer. On to the heifer calf, and first place goes to Cooper Whenua Hereford's Mulan, a deep, free-moving calf. And in second, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Aurora. Moving on to the yearling bull, and first place went to Cooper Whenua Hereford's Romeo, a deep, good top line, tidy bull. And second, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Ricardo, long, not as clean through the back leg as Romeo. And we'll move on to the bull calf, and first, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Solomon, a tidy bull calf through the head and free moving. And second, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Santino, a deep bull calf, slightly down in back pasterns in comparison to counterpart. So moving on to reserve champion female, and this went to Cooper Whenua Hereford's Amethyst, a great spring of rib, deep heifer, just not as clean in hind legs to the champion, and the champion was Cooper Whenua Hereford's Mulan, free moving, great depth in this female, outshining a yearling heifer. Reserve champion male, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Solomon, free moving, tidy bull calf. But this champion males, Cooper Whenua Hereford's Romeo, deep, tidy bull with a great top line set. And the supreme champion went to Cooper Whenua Hereford's Romeo. So on to the lowlines, and long-time exhibitors and supporters of the show, Phil and Kay Worthington of Woolston Park Lowlines with their team from Rangiora High School in tow, filled the lowline classes this year. Our first international judge, Lucy Newham from Australia, joined us this year. So the cow with the calf at foot, first to Woolstone Park Ocean and second Woolstone Park Vanilla. The 2-year heifer class, first Woolstone Park Alabama, second Woolstone Park California. On to the yearling heifer, and first went to Woolstone Park Fanfare, second Woolstone Park Reprise. Over onto the heifer calf, and first place went to Woolstone Park Esky, with second Woolstone Park Koala. And the bull 2 years and over, Woolston Park Cowrie first. And the yearling bull, first Woolstone Park Crescendo, and second Woolstone Park Drumbeat. And the bull calf, first Woolstone Park Banjo, second Woolstone Park Ned Kelly. So on to the champions, and the reserve champion female was Woolstone Park Alabama, a very long, smooth young cow who is structurally correct and has excellent bone and muscling along with excellent softness. She is refined through the front and is very mobile. She has a very good bull calf at foot. However, the champion female went to Woolstone Park Ocean, a long, deep, structurally correct cow showing great balance and soundness for her age. She has excellent muscling along with soft, even fleshing, has great strength in her top line. She's exceptionally clean and refined in her front end, has great volume throughout and has a wedge shape that is most desirable. She has a very good feminine heifer calf at foot, which she's doing a great job on. On to the champion bull, and the reserve champion bull went to Woolstone Park Crescendo, a quality young bull who is well grown and very correct. He is well muscled, smooth and well fleshed along with quality skin and hair. He has good bone and moves very freely. He has a lot of potential and grow out to a very good bull. Champion bull went to Woolstone Park Cowrie, a wonderful example of the breed. This bull has a good frame along with outstanding weight for age. He has great length and depth, is well muscled but is smooth and has great quality skin and hair. He is structurally correct and shows great mobility for a mature bull. He has great length and refinement in his front end and should produce quality feminine heifers. The Supreme Champion Lowline went to Woolstone Park Cowrie. So to the Murray Greys, and one local exhibitor for the Murray Greys this year, Caitlin Brooks of Stony Brook Murray Greys in Leaston. Our judges Lucy Newham from Australia, who took on the lowlines and also took on the Murray Greys. So a 2-year heifer, the first Stony Brook Madison. And the heifer calf, first Stony Brook Maple. The reserve champion female, Stony Brook Maple, a quality correct young heifer who has great volume and great bone. She is well muscled and has excellent weight for age along with great softness. Champion female and supreme champion Murray Grey, Stony Brook Madison, a moderate-sized feminine young cow who has excellent length and volume. She is structurally correct, is well balanced and shows great refinement through the front end. She has good muscling and will mature into a quality breeder. She has an excellent calf at foot and is doing a great job on her. The red pole. Our red poles are making more frequent appearances at our shows in recent years, and it's great to see them back in the ring. Long-time breeders Ian and Anita Fleming, Strathwell red poles from Irwell. Rob Hall, who earlier judged our Galloway entry, also judged the red pole entries. With a cow with a calf at foot. Strathwell Vin, free-moving cow who has done a very good job of her bull calf. Clean-shouldered cow with a strong backline and good length of body. Yearling heifer, first Strathwell Heather, well-balanced and well-grown heifer. Clean-shouldered heifer with good length and depth of body, standing on structurally sound legs, good spring of rib. I've placed the yearling heifer as the champion female. I felt this 18-month-old heifer is a very good example of the breed and exhibits qualities that will go on to be a good breeding female, showing good body length and depth. This takes nothing away from the 3-year-old cow, who is really a very good bull calf, but in my opinion has been outshone by a very tidy yearling heifer on the day. On to the Simmental breed, and new exhibitors this year from the far north, Arjun Pedersen with Blue Water Simmentals. Long-time Simmental breeder and previous exhibitor at the Canterbury A&P show, David Timpley of Apawa Simmentals and Cave, took on the judging this year. Cow with calf at foot. First, Adisia Blue Water Eve. Nice deep body cow with good strong bone, free moving and doing a great job of the calf. Heifer yearling. First, Blue Water Jade. Great shoulder placement, holds head up well with a good thickness coming through to the hind quarters. And then second, Blue Water Justice. Lovely little heifer, moves well, but think Jade is a stronger heifer on the day. On to the heifer calf. And first went to Blue Water Kindra. This heifer moves well. Nice thick heifer carrying right through to the hind quarters. And for that reason, I placed Kindra first over Kalon. Second, Kalon holds head up well with a nice straight back line. So the reserve champion female, Blue Water Kindra, and the champion female, Blue Water Eve. Now we move on to the South Devons and long-time exhibitors at our November show. The Eden family had a great lineup of entries this year, and local breeder Richard Van Ash judged for this year's virtual show. So the cow with the calf at foot, first place Java Tonka Niska, and second Java Tonka Georgia. Comments from Richard, both lovely examples of functional cows doing a tremendous job on their calves. The cow I placed in first just overpowered the cow in second, particularly when you got behind and she had a little more width and depth. Moving on to the yearling heifer, and the first placed heifer has a great width and depth in the back end, but she's still clean through the shoulder and feminine in the head. For me, she just overpowered the animal in second place. So the first place was Java Pickles Madison, and second Java Tonka Nisa. So heifer calf, first Java Narissa, and second Java Burt Star. And comments from the judge. The first placed heifer was very free moving, compact, early maturing animal with real thickness and depth right through. The animal in second may go on to be a better cow, but she was pipped by the more mature animal. On to the yearling bull, and first Java Pickle Scotty, with second place going to Java Secure George. Two very good but very different yearling bulls, one compact and early maturing, the other full of growth. For me, it is early maturing every time, is why I placed them how I did. The bull calf, and first Java Montana, second Java Garth. Again, two very good but very different bull calves. I felt when looking at the videos, particularly the first place animals showed that early maturity I like and displayed more muscle expression, thickness and depth through the body and thigh than the animal in second. The reserve champion female was Java Tonka Georgia, champion female Java Tonka Niska. And champion female comments, an outstanding beef cow doing a tremendous job on her calf. She is clean and feminine in the front and thick, deep and wide in the back, with a lovely udder, obviously full of milk. And the reserve champion male went to Java Montana, and champion male Java Pickle Scotty. A compact, free-moving, early maturing yearling bull, tidy through the shoulder but full of meat. And the supreme champion South Devon went to Java Tonka Niska. I have said it all before, she's an outstanding example of the modern beef cow in any herd. And the final breed of the day, and this is the Speckle Park. In young West Otago breeder Dustin Young with his Southern Speckle Park stud brought his entry forward again this year, and Judge Anita Erskine from Southland, who earlier judged the beef shorthorns, also took on the Speckle Parks. And with just the one entry was the yearling heifer, and first went to Southern Remu, and she's a champion female / champion, supreme champion of the breed. And the Speckle Park heifer calf was a worthy champion. She has amazing capacity, good muscle heifer with neck extension, and carries herself well. So now we move on to the interbreeds competition, and this is the first place from each breed class. And the judges this year are Brent and Anna Fisher from the Silverstream stud out there in Green Park. and of course known to us all out there in the show world. And so Brent will now give his comments to each of his placings. Before I leave, again, I'd like to thank Excel Breeding and Veterinary Services, Bowringer Ingelheim, and Cool Trans for their sponsorship for this year's event.
Cow with calf and foot, it's quite a big class, but the standout cow in this class from our point of view was the South Devon cow. Just a lovely free striding cow. She's lovely width in this cow. She's beautifully set up from hip to pin, and really tidy udder, doing a great job on a calf, and she certainly deserved to win this class. In second place we went with Angus cow. She's a cow that's got a bit of age on her, but she's holding up particularly well, walks out really well, got a good udder. She's doing a great job on a calf. She's got a real great matron's head, a real great Angus type head, and you get behind her, she's just got that great shape, great width from hip to pin. She's very well set up, and certainly a very worthy second place cow. In third place we went with the Lowline cow. She's a lovely cow, great skin on that cow. Get in behind her, she's lovely width, doing a great job on a calf, lovely udder, teats are really nicely placed. She's got a lovely female's head, and yeah, just a great shaped cow that's doing a really good job on a calf, and yeah, she certainly deserved her place as third in the cow with calf and foot class. Two-year-old heifer class, 3 entries here. We went with the Lowline heifer with her calf at foot. Very nice young female, lovely structure, beautifully set up in the hip to pin, got a great angle there, really well set up in her legs, doing a really nice job on the calf, and so she was first place getter in this class. Second place was the Murray Grey. This female's just putting everything into a calf. Hell of a good calf that she's got on her, doing a great job there. Lots of productivity in her. Good type of cow, walks out well, good and sound. Third place cow was the Shorthorn. She's just a wee bit overpowered by the ones in front of her today. Just would have liked to see her a wee bit more condition on her, but a nice sound, structurally well put together Shorthorn female. The yearling, All-Breeds yearling heifer class, really good class size-wise. About 7 or 8 really good young heifers there. But in first place we came up with the Speckle Park heifer. She was just to us the most complete. Lovely soft female, just lovely balance. Width and behind, she got great angle with the hips, hip to pin region, lovely set up underneath, just a lovely balanced female. In second place we went with the Hereford heifer. She was once again a very good example of the Hereford breed. She has great capacity in her, tremendous length, lovely top line, and a really well put together female that walked out really well. And she just unfortunately came up against a Speckle Park heifer that was just had a little bit extra on the day, but certainly a worthy second place heifer in that very good Hereford heifer. And third place went with a Simmental female. She was once again a very good type of female, lovely and sound, walked very well, very good on the move, nice and sound, lovely type, lovely soft skin on her, very feminine, and a very good example of the Simmental breed. All Breeds heifer calf class, once again another strong class of young females, but in first place today we came up with the Hereford heifer calf, Mullen. Really good type of female, just like the strength in her head, follows right through. She's got lovely width and depth. She could have paraded a little bit better, but that can be heifer calves for you. But just a really good type, just lovely length, lovely balance in her. Just like the way she's set up in the breeding department. Just looks like going to be a very good young female. In second place went with the Murray Grey heifer. She was a very good example of the Murray Grey breed. Just really liked her on the move. Lovely soft fleshing female, lots of depth, lots of thickness. Probably just didn't quite have the setup and behind that the Hereford heifer that we put in first did, but a very good quality heifer, and breeders and owners should be very proud of her. In third place in the heifer calf class was the Simmental heifer. Really like this heifer. She's lots of length, lovely honey coloured young female, lovely and feminine in the head. She probably didn't quite have the back leg set up as the two in front of her, but certainly a wonderful quality heifer. Lots of growth in her, and a really good type. So yeah, very strong class. So the class bull 2 years and over, in first place we've given it to the beef shorthorn entry, CJ Ferdinand. Just like the overall thickness and capacity of this bull, very strong across the loin, good strong head. He looked pretty sound, and just like the way he just had a little bit more thickness than where a lot of shorthorns are, and just like the way he was put together. In second place went with the Belter Galloway bull. He's a really nice typey little Belter Galloway bull. Walked particularly well, straight out well, had a great stride on him, and a lot of depth and width in him, so he made second place. Third place bull was the Lowline bull. Lovely width in behind that bull. Just would have liked to just tidy him up a little bit over the tail setting, and just he didn't quite walk out as good as the bull in front of him, but he was a really good type for us, as a good example for the Lowline breed. So yeah, three worthy entrants there. So the yearling, bull yearling class, and first we went with the Angus bull, McLaughlin 5. Thought he was just a really nice type of Angus bull, lovely head on him, walked out particularly good, really light through the front end. He's good and deep through the chest area, nice and long, and just a really sort of a complete type of Angus bull. Second place we went with the Lowline yearling bull. Thought he was a really nice type of Lowline bull. Yeah, really sound, walked out well. get him behind him, lovely thickness, well set up in his testicles, nice clean underneath, good bone. Yeah, just a really nice type of lowline. It was pretty close between second and third. In third place we went with the Hereford bull. Really appreciated the length in the bull. You know, he gets out and strides out very well, nice and tidy underneath. Didn't quite have the thickness through the back quarter that he may have been able to have, but yeah, he's a very nice type of bull. Bull calf class. In first place went with the lowline bull. Really like this little bull. Lovely type, lovely skin on him. He's great top, lovely width, really sound. So he came out an easy winner in this class. In second place we went with the Angus bull. Didn't quite have the thickness, wasn't quite as forward as the calf in front of him, but a lovely type, walked out really well, really sound, good head on him, and nice and tidy underneath, and I think he'll make a really good Angus bull. In third place we went with the South Devon bull. A really good type, this South Devon bull. Lots of length. He's nice and tidy underneath. He's good behind the shoulder and good in the head. Strides out pretty well. So yeah, he certainly deserved his place there. Moving on to the champions. For our reserve junior champion, we went with the calf that came out of the heifer calf class, the Hereford heifer, as the reserve junior champion. Thought she was a really good type of female, and certainly well deserved to come up and do so well out of the heifer junior class and the calf class. The junior champion went to the Speckle Park heifer, Southern Remu. Just this heifer was probably so complete. I think she came through just so much balance, width, structure, lovely head. Everything about this heifer just oozed quality, and she was certainly a worthy winner of the champion junior animal of the all breeds. The reserve champion senior went to the Shorthorn bull. We really liked this Shorthorn bull. He just had a lot of strength about him. Big springer rib, strong in the head. Structurally, he was very well put together, and a very good type of Shorthorn bull, we thought. But our champion senior animal went to the South Devon cow. She was very complete South Devon cow, doing a great job on a calf, lovely udder, lovely thickness, and walked out well. So yeah, she was certainly a deserved winner of the senior champion. So then coming through to our Supreme exhibit, so we're sort of selecting between the Speckle Park heifer that came through from the junior section and the South Devon cow, and you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder when it gets to this level, and we just have to look at the animals that we think that have got probably the most to offer their breed and the industry, and the ones that have got the overall quality and just a little bit more X factor than the other. And we're certainly splitting straws here, but today went with the Speckle Park heifer, the junior that came through, and she is our Supreme exhibit. Just absolutely love this young female. Just got everything going for her that you'd want in a heifer. Just got the quality, the the thickness, the depth, retaining femininity, is just so well structurally put together, and just a wonderful example of the breed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that sums up this year's 2022 New Zealand Agricultural Show virtual beef competition. Again, thank you very much to our exhibitors for putting their stock forward for judging. Never an easy task, and quite a long, arduous one for some. I'd also like to thank all those behind the scenes who put this together. Again, not an easy task, and it's taken up quite a lot of their time, significant amount of their time in fact. So that is the end of the virtual show. We look forward to bringing you this year's show at Canterbury Park in November. All things being equal, we look forward to seeing you there.